Tarzig, nestled in the caldera of a volcano whose last eruption was 1,000 years ago. The struts of this industrial, western coastal city sit atop a crown of wondrous ecology. Beneath the wooden frame that is the city of Tarzig is the only saltwater caldera in the known world. The caldera itself is constantly fed with ocean water, kept at a perpetual near boiling temperature by the heat from the volcano. This water is fed in through a series of undersea tunnels, which inject in and then evaporate out, leading to interesting weather patterns throughout the entire region. However, these waters are inhabited by the most unique sorts of creatures in the world, at once magical, sentient, and communal. Many of these creatures work together, build together, learn together, speak together, and follow together. And no such creature sits higher than any of them, than the one sitting upon a throne made of lava rock at the very bottom of the caldera, in the deepest caves where it is not quite so warm. Here we see one simple, humble figure, a crab.
That's pretty good.
Thank you.
A crab.
A crab. King Karkanos, when you are not wearing your service regalia, and when you are sitting atop your throne, tending to your subjects, what do you look like? Does the Crab King of the Caldera wear clothes? A crown? What am I working with here?
No, he just has a mustache.
He just has a mustache. What is a crab's mustache made of? Do I want to know?
Inexplicably human hair.
Oh, okay. Delightful. King Karkinos, what are the businesses of the day for the Crab King of the Caldera?
Well, as are most creatures in the animal kingdom, crabs are concerned with food, reproduction, and not much else. Mostly the king helps with the food bit.
That's probably for the best.
Crabs are simple creatures, you see.
It is on this day, a day very much like any other. Above the surface, the days are varied and different. There's so much that goes on in the day-to-day life of a mortal surface dweller, like a human or whatever. But down here in the caldera, it's food. Mostly food, and safety, and anything else, keeping families together, or whatever else is needed to maintain the following in this environment. However, this day is interrupted as a spirit manifests itself in the court. Emerging, slinking through the long tunnels, is the ethereal form of a single barracuda who bypasses all of the people waiting to speak with you, weaving up and down from claws, between fins, through mollusk mouths. I don't know what you call like a clam's mouth, but like there's an open clam and it like dips through the open clam and then the clam slaps shut, until finally arriving directly in your face, where it sort of weaves around your claw and then snakes on up, right up towards one of your eyes, and says, "Hello, my liege."
Ooh, damn.
Yeah. I didn't practice this one in the car, did you? Whatever comes out of your mouth right now, you are stuck with for 3 years.
Who dares interrupt the proceedings of the court of Karkanos?
We've met before, my liege. Don't you recognize me? And he sort of like snakes underneath you and goes to your other eye. You were there 1,000 years ago when I died. It is I, your old friend, the Tarsig. Though, I wasn't called that then, was I?
I will not give you the pleasure of calling you by your true name, Tarsig. What brings you to my kingdom?
Oh, I forgive any insult you would possibly give me, King Karkanos. I am here on a matter of grave import. Do you remember Bivalve, your humble servant?
I remember all of my subjects since time immemorial, including this bivalve, who I did not forget.
Well, Bivalve has been chronically obsessed with the surface, the most amphibious mollusk I've ever met in my life. And he sort of weaves yet again. He happened to go upon a journey of his own, traveling south and then east around the perimeter of the continent, following it all the way to a place called Shadol's Corridor. Are you familiar with it, my liege?
Why to be familiar with the lands of the land dwellers? Why do I know about that land them humans be using? That's none of my business.
Oh, but perhaps you should be concerned, because he has an update about my brother. Or rather, what's left of him.
Karkanos is suddenly actually intrigued. I think the whole time has been like the claw's been like snapping at the Tarsig spirit, trying to get him to go the fuck away. But finally, like I stop. Go on.
Do you know that they've been stripping him for parts for generations, clipping off little bits of bone from the Leviathan and wearing them around their necks, attaching them to armor and spears to wage their wars? Can you imagine such a thing?
They know not with what they meddle.
No, not even a little bit. These land dwellers make it a contest to see how long they can dive and how deep they can go. So weak are their forms, because they can only breathe air, not water like you and I. Well, like you, at least.
What is your proposal, Tarsig?
Well, I have concerns. For you see, it is each crash of the wave against the cliff sides which strip just a few more grains of sand from them. And, as you well know, a few grains of sand at a time, every day, wave after wave after wave, and soon the cliffside has been shorn away and the land swallowed into sea. So too is the fate, I think, of my brother. You have done remarkably well protecting what remains of I beneath this caldera. But I ask you, what about the other three? What about the frog and bird, whom I have not heard tell of in a very long time?
It would serve us well to be proactive in these times. But let me remind you, Tarsig, I am the king here. I do not serve you. I protect your carcass for the betterment of the world.
And what happens if they find out what we can do for them?
I would rather see them all burned, torn asunder, than any attempt to use your power. So the decision is made for me.
Oh? And how is that?
We march on the surface world.
As an army, there are miles and miles and miles of desert between here and there.
If you think I'm not prepared for such things, you do not know me.
Perhaps I don't. I will tell you this. There are two groups of air breathers up there. Two camps, one might say. One of them strips my brother down and likely seeks the power of the rest of the bones, for they are thirsty for power. I can feel them even from here, their rot tracing through the land. Their actions have corrupted the tunnels, you know. The other group would fight them. I recommend, perhaps, you head towards the very center of the continent, across these long deserts, or around the perimeter, and up the central river through the Shadol's Corridor. A town I have heard the name of, a town by the name of Finchin. There is a bridge there where they gather. Would you march your armies in their favor, my king?
How much do I care about the sanctity of life? I march for things beyond their understanding. If we happen to be allies in the process, so be it. But they are not my concern.
No, they are weak compared to you. Their skin is soft, not hard and spiked. Their hands are for gripping, not for crushing and destroying. They have gods of their own, all of which pale compared to the might of Letheris. They have their own kings too, perhaps kings worthy of being conquered by you. Oh, great Carcanos.
So, I want to point out my knight's desire is that of vengeance.
Ah! Have you picked what you're mad about?
I mean, one, I'm mad that Tarsig's bothering me. I want him to shut the fuck up. Go away. I'm also annoyed that people are disturbing the bone of ancient beasts who have power beyond their head. And, like, mildly, I'm mad people eat crabs, but, like, that's not here or there.
That just happens. That just comes
That just,
up.
like,
A lot of
happens,
things
you know?
with crabs. Yeah,
Crab
that's
is
just
crab.
part of it.
It's like, it's okay, you know?
Yeah, circle of life. Bullet shrimp, real threat, you know, if you think about it. We all saw the
Fuck those
video.
guys.
It's fucked up. What are you seeking vengeance for, though?
Ultimately, I think carving out pieces of the, what do we call them, Titans? I forget what we've been calling them.
We've been calling them behemoths or leviathans, kind of dependent. In my mind, they're all behemoths. Like they're the higher taxonomic category is behemoth, because the one in Shadow's corridor we've been calling the leviathan.
Yeah. By disturbing them, they disturb nature and order, and those who disturb nature disrupt my life and my rule, therefore they must pay. For every disruption in how things should be, that small disruption will eventually echo out and disrupt my kingdom, and that cannot happen.
Incredibly wise for a Crab King. What I love about this, astute Game Woven listeners will now realize that the Crab King is going to have a climactic battle against a tavern owner, who is the guy that's been goading people to go down and get pieces of the Leviathan. But that's really...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah, that guy sucks.
But I will say, when we get there, my blade's desire is just straight destruction.
There's a few of those.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
We will mostly line up most of the time. I do not go to conquer. I go to slay. Slay. Sorry.
Well then, I will be excited to see your regalia, my king. We will hold safe your throne in your absence.
You will do nothing.
I can do nothing. I am but a spirit.
I leave my kingdom in the capable claws of my queen, whose aid I may call upon when needed.
Very well, my king. I do wish to express to you my gratitude for attending to this matter personally.
Your gratitude means nothing to me.
Perhaps one day it will. And then the spirit sort of slinks away, and as it slinks away, it disappears into the murky depths of the waters.
Fucking hate that guy. I immediately call for my counselors, the round table of...
You are very quickly surrounded by a crew of royal-looking crustaceans, shrimp, lobsters, snow crabs, hermit crabs. A couple of different kinds of fish are also present.
I don't bear prejudice for others in my kingdom. All are welcome.
And at least one eel as well is always in attendance. He doesn't talk much. He takes the minutes.
Yeah, that's Big Ed.
Big Ed. Big Ed speaks. I call this meeting to order. The king must speak now on matters of great import.
I'm glad Big Ed doesn't talk much. Holy shit.
Me too.
It's me, Big Ed. Yeah.
While we gather around the crab table, my giant crab wife looms in the background, probably.
Imposingly behind you, your wife and bodyguard.
I am a normal-sized crab. My wife, though, is colossal.
Is she just like a hermit crab that has managed to find like increasingly larger and larger shells that she's been growing into, or?
Yes.
Yes, okay.
It is once every 50 years. It is a great undertaking to build her a new shell.
In this case, I think she is wearing a ship's bow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it is a good chunk of, like, a galleon. Cannons are still on it.
It's fucking awesome.
My brethren, subjects and friends, unfortunately, we must make haste to the surface.
There is a rabbling among the council. Even though they respect the quality and diversity of life under the seas, they've got pretty low opinions of surface dwellers, given that they live beneath the worst city.
Yeah, understandable.
Yeah.
I slam the table with my crab gavel. Order!
One of your trusted senior counselors, an elder snow crab, the color from his chitin is beginning to fade. He's probably looking to molt, and he might not have the energy to regrow his shell. This might be his last one. He speaks up. Is it finally time? Are we finally going to tear down that city above us, that we can see the sunshine again?
No, brothers. We seek something greater and of more import. The surface dwellers meddle in power beyond their knowledge, and I seek to teach them a lesson. Bring me the suit.
There is a hushed murmuring. Your counselor speaks up again. Are you sure, my liege?
Do not question your king.
Yes, of course, right away. Fetch the suit. A team of lobster attendants disappear into the caverns beneath the caldera, and then finally emerge, dragging what appears to be some sort of misshapen, vaguely humanoid amalgamation of leathers in the oddest and perhaps most cursed shape one could imagine.
Yeah, it is a... If you ever look up what the original diving suits looked like, it's that, and man, do they not look good.
They look extremely eldritch.
They do. On old like suits, they don't have like the helmet that you're probably thinking of. It's just like a leather gimp mask with like goggles sewn into the eye holes and like just a big like tube where the mouth should be. It's
They are cursed.
yeah. And I think for the extra curse factor, it's not one tube for me, it's several to give me like a Cthulhu
Oh shit, yeah.
beard of tubing where my mouth should be. And oddly, one arm of the suit is missing at the time, but it's like perfectly sealed off. But there's like some kind of like metal like connection point at the shoulder.
Hell yeah. Your eel secretary speaks up. The king has brought forth the suit. Bring forth royal suit wearers. And a team of all sorts of crabs begin to crawl inside the suit until it takes a humanoid shape and stands up and headlessly faces you. So only the hood and tentacles remain, and it sort of drapes disgustingly forward in the waves while the crabs align themselves to take on a humanoid countenance.
And I shall form the head.
Yeah!
I take my place into the big crab mecha. Crawl into the head of the suit. If you've ever seen episodes of Gundam where like the pilots have like these weird skin tight like black leather suits, all the crabs have one, I think.
Yeah.
And it's just me. The only thing that you can tell, the way you can tell me apart, is I got a mustache and a crown descends from inside the hood, which connects it to my mind so I can give orders to everyone else inside the suit to move it.
You feel the connection between you and your crabkin. You feel all of their hopes and fears, their trepidations, their wants and needs, their pasts and their futures, their histories stretching ever onward. Some of them are ancient and some of them are very recent hatchlings. And they all sort of gather into your mind. But one emotion connects all of them, and that is trust.
For I am their king.
Every one of these crabs would be splintered to bits in your name.
Onward. I go to claim my weapon.
Your queen raises her mighty claws and grips the handles of two large, giant double doors that are repurposed industrial doors and pulls them open with tremendous effort. And there inside, on a pedestal, is your royal weapon. What are we looking at?
We behold Kion, the giant mechanical crab claw crafted entirely of ice and snow.
It warps the light around the water because the water around Kion is slightly denser because it is colder around it. Kion does not melt, the snow does not drift away, but it is everything is constantly just a little bit colder around it, and so the water itself is kind of murky, almost slushy as you approach.
I walk forward and attach it to the missing shoulder, and with a quick bit of like whirring, clacking, and like moving into position, the claw attaches, and I am prepared for combat.
What's even more amazing about this is the second you attach it and it locks in and connects with you and your sort of crab neural network, you also instantly know where you are in relationship to the city of Finchen. You know you are on the west of the continent beneath the city of Tarsig, and you know how far Finchen is, and holy shit, it is a long way away. If the continent is slightly larger than the continent of Australia, Finchen is in the dead center of it. You are on the west coast. Baby, it's nothing but outback between you and there.
A challenge worthy of my kingdom.
All hail King Carcanos! All hail! All hail! All hail!
I wave the giant claw at the subjects remaining. I will return victorious.
And you depart.
Raucous clacking in approval.
You've been listening to Game Woven, a creative world-building collective building a world one game at a time. We are currently introducing our characters for our Cosmic Century Knights game. Cosmic Century Knights is a fantasy adventure RPG created by James D'Amato and Andrew Mrzejewski. If you like what we're doing, please go over and support us on Patreon at patreon.com/GameWoven. You can also find us on social media, and you can support us through our parent network over at patreon.com/OneShot. It's also a good place to go if you are looking for new shows to listen to. We are in excellent company.
I need to be so real with you. Whichever one you pick, you need that R needs to stick out from Carcanos. Or Cockanos?
I am Lord Carcano.
Hi, Bree.
Carcanos.
Carcanos. It's a me.
It's a me, Carcanos.